welcome back to my channel. I am doing something a little bit different today. I am going to be doing a get ready with me and just sharing with you my, I guess like my everyday makeup and hair routine. I just thought that it would be fun to do one of these because I haven't done one in a while, and the colors that I'm using are really great colors to use really all year round, but I'm using a lot of like warm toned browns and like coppery kind of bronzy colors. So I thought that this would be a really pretty look for Thanksgiving and just the holidays in general. So I already prepped my face. I moisturized it with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, and then I used the Smith's Minted Rose Lip Balm on my lips. It just gives like a really pretty, like just natural pink tone to your lips. And then I primed my T-zone with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. So here we go. Okay, so for foundation, I am using the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. This is the anti-redness one. I wouldn't say it does a whole lot for redness. I mean, it does a little bit, but I just really like it for the BB cream effects that it gives. So it just gives my skin a really pretty glow. And it just kind of corrects your skin tone, evens it out, and just helps it to match, which is what a BB cream is supposed to do. So normally I either use my fingertips or I will use a brush. And lately, I don't know, like the last month, I have been reaching for the IT Cosmetics. This is the Little Black Dress foundation brush. I'm pretty sure they still make these, so I will link to it below if they do. But I am normally not a foundation, like a brush person for foundation. I usually like to use a beauty blender or just my fingertips. I've tried this with a beauty blender and it doesn't really work too well. It just kind of, I don't know, just doesn't, like it soaks up the product a little bit, which is odd. But normally I just use my fingertips, and I recently started reaching for this, which I don't know why. I have not used this in over a year, like not used it at all. And I just really love the effect that it gives. Am I too close? Like maybe I'll scooch it back a little bit. So I'm just dabbing it in and then I'm blending it, like buffing it into my skin. So this is not like a heavy duty foundation. Again, it's a BB cream and it's just gonna give your skin just like a natural look to it, which I like. I'm really not into like super heavy foundations anymore. I just really like it to look very natural and not like I really have foundation on, if you know what I mean. So I've just really been digging it, and it kind of dries to like a powdery finish, but not like super powdery, you know, because I don't like that either. But I wanted to tell you guys, this video is a collaboration with a group of ladies from a Facebook group that I belong to. So I will link to all of them down below. We are all sharing like our Thanksgiving kind of fall winter makeup looks. So if you're looking for some other ideas for the holidays, definitely go and check them out. Okay, and then I just blend that in. Okay, that is pretty much it. Okay, so for concealer, I am going in with the Photo Focus Concealer by Wet n Wild. This is in the lightest shade. It's called Light Ivory, and I really like this concealer. This is the only concealer I have been using for a while. Maybe a year? No, maybe not quite a year. But it's like $3 or something like that. It's really, really inexpensive, and I really like it. It's kind of crazy how well it works for such an inexpensive product. But I've really been digging the Wet n Wild products lately. So I'm just concealing a little bit under my eyes, and then anywhere I have redness or like some blemishes and things like that, which I don't have too much going on right now, surprisingly, because it's that time of the month, so you know how that goes. So typically with concealer, I will just use a beauty blender to blend it out, or my fingertips. So I'm gonna go in with my fingertips and just gently pat that in to my eyes, just using my ring finger and blending that in. And it's nice with your fingers because the warmth of your fingertips just helps to melt the product right into your skin, and it doesn't crease or anything like that. I'm not ambidextrous, so it's a little hard for me to like do both at the same time, which is why I had to stop. I don't feel like I can really focus on getting this side blended in as well. Okay, and then going down to the other areas. To set the concealer, I am going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is such a great powder to use, but if you're gonna get this stuff, which I do recommend, I would recommend getting the loose version. This is the pressed version, and I am down to like just like literally scraping the pan. I just don't like the pressed version as well. I don't know, I think the loose version is a little more translucent, where this one almost gives a little bit of a white cast. But I am just going in, this is just an e.l.f. blush brush, but I really like this because it's tapered. So it works really well to just like really get in under your eyes. And I've got major bags going on today, so you'll have to excuse those because I was up a little bit with Gunner last night, and when I wake up in the middle of the night, I have a really hard time falling back asleep, so my mind just doesn't shut down. Just can't do it. Okay, so finish setting the rest. I'm trying to speed through this because when you talk, like this does not take me long at all to do, but when you're talking through it, like I'm already at 11 minutes. It takes a lot longer. Okay, before I go in and do bronzer and blush and all that, I'm gonna go in and prime my eyelids, and I'm using the, again, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Is this the, yeah, Photo Focus, the eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff. I bought this like a year ago and it's still going strong. I really, really like this primer. Honestly, for the money, it's like $2, I think. Somewhere around there, $2 or $3. I think it is right up there with any of the other higher end brands. And I really have no desire to try or use any other one. The only one that I think would be really cool to try would be the Urban Decay, the anti-aging one, because I'm definitely noticing a lot of aging in my eyes, so I'd be curious to see how that one works. Okay, so for bronzer, I am going in with the Too Faced Sweet Tea Bronzer. I love this stuff. It's shimmery, and you get like the two colors here, so you could do either one, but it doesn't translate onto your skin as shimmery at all. I think this is a really good bronzer for just warming up your face. I don't necessarily know that I would contour with it, but I am just using the Real Techniques blush brush, and it's just a big fluffy brush. So I'm just warming up my face with it. And then I take it down to my neck a little bit just to blend everything, especially right now because, am I like crooked? Sorry. Especially right now because I have not tanned lately. Just haven't really had time or haven't really like felt like it. So anyways, it's pretty much it for that. So I always apply highlighter before my blush. I don't like my highlighter to sit right on top of my blush. I like it to just kind of blend in. And again, another Wet n Wild product. This is the Mega Glow Illuminating Palette in the shade Catwalk Pink. So you get these 4 shades. You get this really pretty like golden kind of, I guess it's a golden kind of pinky toned, almost peach toned color. And then this really pretty like reddish, mauvey, rosy toned, but they're not dark at all. I mean, they're really, really, really light. This would be really beautiful over a darker blush. And then a really pretty like baby doll pink, and then this like champagne color. I like to use all of them, but you could certainly go into each one individually. So basically all I do, I'm using a big stippling brush. I just take my brush and kind of go back and forth in it. And then I start out back here and then just work my way up. I mean, I've worn this alone just as like a blush and highlighter combo, and it's also really, really pretty. So this is definitely a favorite of mine. And then for blush, I have gone back to an oldie but a goodie. I have just like fallen back in love with the NARS Orgasm. I haven't used it in a really long time. And then I think I started using it again like this spring, and I've not put it down. But it's just a really pretty like pinky corally color with like little bits of like gold fleck in there. This is a cult favorite, and there's a reason for it, because it's just one of those colors that's so flattering on everybody. And I just pop that on to the apples of my cheeks. Oh my gosh, I forgot to highlight my nose. Let me go back in with this palette. So I just take my fingers and just kind of go back and forth between these 2 colors, and I just kind of put it on the bridge of my nose like that, and then take my brush and kind of blend it in. So for shadow, I am going to my favorite, the Lorac Pro To Go palette, and I'm really sad because I just realized like recently, this week, I was looking this palette up, and they're not making it right now. So I hope that they come out with something comparable in the future, because this is my favorite. Like, this is one of my go-to palettes. I've had it for so long and I just love it so much. But basically you get like your shadows. This used to be a black, but I dropped it a long time ago and it's fine. You get this really pretty like shimmery highlighting color, a really good just like base color. It's like just like an off-white cream color. And then you get these like really pretty warm tones. And then on the other side, which I don't really use as much, but you get, sorry, this is nasty, but you can tell I use it, the bronzer and then the 2 blushes. Which I often, when I would wear these blushes, would just mix them together because they're pretty that way, but I really just want this. So even if they came out with just like this, like thinner, like side, I would totally be happy with that, because I looked at their other palettes and they don't have the same colors. Like sometimes when they make combination palettes like this, they'll do similar colors or the same colors that they have in like some of their larger pro palettes, but they don't have these. So all I'm doing is going in with this shell color, and I'm taking a fluffier, this is a Crown Crease and Shadow brush, and just applying that all over. Here, I'll zoom you guys in a little bit. Just applying that all over my lid from the top to bottom. But yeah, I'm really, really, really sad that they're not making this. So I'm going in with this really pretty, like warm toned brown called Cafe. And this is the Morphe M441 brush. It's just a really like big fluffy shadow brush. And applying that to the crease. And I'm really exaggerating this. I'm taking it down to the lid a little bit and then going above my crease, because I have hooded eyes. So like when you look at my eyes, you see like with some people with their eyes, you have like a large space right here where you can see their shadow and all of that, and it looks pretty and great and wonderful. And then you look at mine and I have like this overlap, like it hangs over, you see? Like you don't see any of that extra space. That's because I have a hooded eye, and they're not super hooded, like some people have them really, really bad, but when you have a hooded eye like that, you have to exaggerate your crease to make it look like you have a crease. So you just take it a little bit above, and it just gives that illusion that you have a crease. I mean, it's not like great, but it does help a little bit. So because you can't get these colors anymore, I'm going to link below some colors that are very similar. Uh-oh. I hear someone. Gunnar was coming in here, but I guess he's not. He was taking a nap, but he's right across from me, so I'm sure he can hear me. Anyways, okay, that's enough. So then I'm gonna go in with this other Morphe brush. You can see a little bit better here. I like this one because, come on camera, my camera's having a hard time focusing lately. But you can see it's like really tiny and tapered. But this is the 321, and I'm gonna go in with this like bronzy chai color. And then I'm just gonna pop that right into the outer corner. And I'm basically just kind of jabbing it in. I'm not literally like jabbing my eye, but just kind of pushing it in right there, and then also pushing it into the outer portion of the crease. And then whatever is left, I'm just working it into towards the center of my lid. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. But anyways, I am going to link some colors that are very, very similar. If I'm not using this palette, then I'm using my Makeup Geek shadows, which I love. They're super affordable, and they are so good. Really, really, really good. Marlena did such a good job with them. She is a YouTuber as well. I've watched her for years, like years and years and years, like when she first started. And now she has her own makeup line, and it's in Target now. I mean, she's had her own makeup line for a long time. But I love her stuff, and it's affordable. I don't know if I said that, but so I will link to some of hers because they're pretty easy to get your hands on now. And recreate a similar palette and just get one of those smaller Z palettes. I'll link to those as well so you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I'll show you. So this is a Z palette, and you can get like smaller ones, like square ones as well, and kind of just redo the whole concept essentially. So I'll link to all that below, but I'm gonna go in with this really pretty chocolatey brown color called Mink, and same brush, this little tapered brush, and I'm just gonna pop that into the very, very outer corner of my lid. That's it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? See, this is what happens when I'm talking and I'm not just like doing my normal routine. And you don't have to worry about it being like super precise because you can go back in and blend it all. So, anywho's. I forgot that I normally take that chai color, I just don't want it to be really dark now, and I just drag that a little bit down under my lower lash line. Alright, so next for my eyebrows, I really don't do a whole lot with my eyebrows. I mean, I really need to get them waxed, so hopefully they're not looking like super grizzly on camera because they are. So I usually just apply a clear brow gel, and this is actually the Maybelline Great Lash, the clear mascara. But I will say, I do need some recommendations of a better gel to use because now as I'm getting older, I'm finding that they're a little more like uncontrollable, and this doesn't last all day long. Like I need something that's a little more long lasting, and I don't really want to spend like a ton. I don't really want to get like Anastasia or anything like that. I mean, I guess I will if that's like the best thing to get. But leave in the comments below if y'all have any like good recommendations of a good eyebrow gel. Preferably something affordable or like drugstore, because again, like I just don't care about my eyebrows that much. So I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes. Don't judge me. My eyelash curler is broke, so that's why I have this like janky method of doing it. I love this eyelash curler so much. It's the Tarte eyelash curler, and the spring busted out of it like months ago. And I tried to use a cheap one that I had, and it's just not the same. And I realized that I can use it just like this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still making it work. And that's why I haven't gone out and bought another one, because it works just by doing that. So mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. You guys, I love this mascara so much. It is just so good. Let me do this because it's kind of like I'm having a hard time getting in the frame and still seeing what I'm doing. But I've said it time and time again, this is supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I think it's better than the Better Than Sex. I think it gives more volume, it lengthens better, it separates better, it holds my curl better, and it's way cheaper. So for the longest time, the Better Than Sex was my number 2 mascara. This is now my number 2. My number 1 is the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel. Hands down my favorite mascara. But listen, I go through mascara like crazy, and I'm not about to be spending $30 on a tube of mascara, like, you know, every couple of months. So the only time I usually really get that is when Sephora does their buy 2 get 1 free, and then I will stock up on it, although I haven't done that in a while either, just because, I don't know, now that I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't have that salary coming in, it's a little more difficult for me to be so frivolous with my money with like makeup and beauty stuff. Like I would just rather take that money and use it on something else, not on a really nice mascara that I don't need when I can get a drugstore one that's like fine, that I love. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I am not like completely done yet. I still need to do eyeliner and all that, but I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna go in and do my hair. Okay, so I am dressed now, my hair is cooling, and I am just gonna go ahead and finish doing my eyes really quick. Really not a whole lot left to them. Gunner's in here now with me. So I am gonna go back in and curl my lashes again. And I know that this is a no-no for some people, but I'm like really careful when I do that, and I make sure that when I remove the curler from my lashes that I'm not like ripping it away, I'm just gently lifting it. I think it helps too using a nicer curler as well. So I just make sure that they have like a really good lift to them. And then I'm gonna go in with my black eyeliner. This is the Sephora contour eye pencil in the shade Black Lace. It's just the blackest black that they have. And I'm going to just add that to my waterline, the top waterline. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to line my upper lid, and I'm just using the same Sephora eyeliner. This is in the shade Flirting Game, It's a really, really pretty taupe color. So I'm just gonna apply that to my upper lid. And then I'm just gonna go in and add another coat of mascara. So the only thing left to do are my lips. So there's a few different options that I would recommend. If you want to go with something a little more like fall, Thanksgiving inspired, you could definitely go in with like a darker or like a more nude lipstick. I really like these Milani lipsticks. I've talked about them recently. I really like the shade Teddy Bear is my favorite, but then I also like Naturally Chic. And they're just kind of a mauve-y, brownish toned color for each of them, and I really like to combine both of them as well. I also really love the NYX Butter Gloss in Tiramisu. This is a really pretty like brownish nude color. But because this is just my everyday go-to look, I really am just a lip gloss girl, and I always wear the Buxom Sophia on my lips, so that is what I'm going to do. So that's it. This is just my go-to everyday look. This is perfect for Thanksgiving, for the holiday season. Like I said, you can easily change the colors up and tweak them to how you want them to be. I just really like it. It works for me. It works with my skin tones, my hair color, my eyes, all of that. And it's really easy. Even though I talked through this entire video, it really takes no time at all. So don't forget to check out the links below of some of the other ladies that are doing this collab with me, and check out their makeup looks as well. You might find something there that you like a little bit better. And yeah, thank you guys so much for sharing in your time with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure that you give it a thumbs up, especially if you want to see like more get ready with me beauty type videos. I'm happy to incorporate more of them. I just didn't know if that's something that my audience really wants to see. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed this video, enjoy my content, and feel inclined to subscribe. So thank you guys so much. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.